Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I hope you are all well today. Thank you very much for joining me on another dose of inspiration. So just quickly before I get started, I have a new hat on today. So this will be one you will have not seen before. We are in the middle of winter here, by the way, which is why I'm rugged up at the moment. So let me show you what that one looks like. And a lot of my pieces are all designed to work like bowls too. So this will sit as a bowl. They're also designed for people that have a lot of hair like I do. And I'll do a lot of stuff in different sizes. And as a lot of you will have seen, I make a lot of headpieces and stuff like this as well. And they're all designed to go over my hats and to be able to wear them in different ways. So that's kind of where they come in. Hello, Supine. Really, really good to see you. So what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm just going to share a video, which was the first video I made of human percussion. And that'll give me a chance to say hello to everyone in the chat properly. So let me do that. And the other thing just quickly is up until today, I've been doing a half-hour stream, and it just hasn't been enough time for me to begin to cover what I want to. So I'm going to extend to 45 minutes. Oh God, trying to do this when the mirror is in reverse is so counterintuitive. I'll come back to that in a second. So I hope you're all well. And on that note, as I said, this is the first human percussion video that I made, just to give you a bit of an idea, because we're going to talk a lot about percussion today. I've got all my little wooden percussion instruments and a lot of stuff with me, but this will just give you a good idea of what I'm talking about. So this is the human percussion and a song that I have improvised with at a time called Unmerited Suffering, and I'll come and say hello to all of you in the chat. So here we go. Let me just mute myself. Unmerited suffering, or under the effect of an asshole. Out of your hands, collateral damage in another's war. The target is irrelevant, only the anger, the rage, directed at any near or convenient. It shapes and forms the victim. Those words eventually turn toxic and leave a stain on your soul. If not at your hands, then why must you pay? If not at your hands, then why must you pay? Unmerited suffering, or under the effects of an asshole. Out of your hands, collateral damage in others' war. The target is irrelevant, only the anger, the rage, directed at any near or convenient. It shapes and forms the victim, 'cause let's eventually turn toxic and leave a stain on your soul. If not at your hands, then why must you be? So there we go, everyone. Aloha! How are you all? Hello, Vegemite Obsessed. On that note, I did start another quick channel last night as well, which is this one here. And I'll tell you a little bit about that, because what that's for is every video I've ever made, all of my footage is all my own. So I use them in a lot of my music videos, but they're also really fantastic footage, a lot of really good background sounds of the Australian birds and stuff like that too. So I'm going to be putting all of my nature footage and my stock footage and stuff like that, and a lot of the, you know, there's things you might see in my videos, but you'll get to see the actual videos with the sound and stuff like that there as well. So I'll share a little bit of that one later. So hello everyone, I hope you're all well. What are your feet doing then? Well, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, because when it comes to percussion, and that's what we're all talking about today, and human percussion is one of them. We all have it in us. We either start clicking our fingers or we start tapping our toes, which is a form of percussion. So when people sing and play music, they all have different ways of keeping timing. Some will rock their body, some will tap their toes to keep time, some will click their fingers. Joe Cocker does this with his fingers when he's singing, if you've ever seen him. Where I realised when I play the piano, I keep my timing with my head like this. So when I turned it to percussion, I found that I had this natural ability in me to keep time, and we all have this. So if you can tap your toes and click along with something, you've got it in you as well. So that's what a lot of it's all about. My hat is crooked. Which way am I going? That way. There we go. We are straight. So what I will start to show you is a lot of the really cheap little percussive instruments. Here comes the cat. Perfect timing. That we can all start with that are really cheap. And a lot of people will start with a little simple egg shaker. And that's based on, I much prefer to get everything in wood, if at all possible. So a lot of people will start with a really simple little shaker that you can just get into the groove with, add a little bit of accentuation to. A lot of your Latin salsa style musics all have shakers and stuff like that in the background. So they're probably the cheapest thing. That the cheap ones look like little eggs. You can pick them up for a few dollars wherever you are. They're very, very cheap. So that's where a lot of people will start. One of the other instruments that's just on the Latin instrument style is this, which is a Guiro. So a Guiro is a simple little wooden instrument. It's hollow on the inside and it has grooves on it. So you can play it like this or like this, which they'll often give different names to depending on what it is. Talk to you later, Supine. Really, really good to see you. So this is a Guiro, and a lot of what we consider house music, a lot of your early acid jazz and stuff like that, has a lot of this stuff in it. So Guiro is definitely one of my favourite little percussive instruments. So the cat's come to join me. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a couple at a time. I want to do a song for you that I particularly like singing with the Guiro, which we'll all like. And it's one that it's got a bit of this sort of stuff in it. So what I encourage all of you to do is get your fingers clicking, your toes tapping, you know, slap your leg, do whatever it is. So, and this is a song we'll all know. So bear with me for 2 seconds. Bonus points go to whoever can name this song. first. So here we go. It normally does not take too long. Sorry, everyone. I should have lined this one up beforehand. You were right in front of me. Where are you? There we go. Here we are, everyone. Okay. So I encourage everyone to find their little beat in them and have a bit of a get into the moment. So this one is, actually no, you need to tell me if you know the name of this song. That's the game. So here we go. When I'm out of walking, I strap my stuff and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on, like a blister in the sun. Let me go on. Big hands, I know you're the one. Body and beats, I stain my sheets. I don't even know why. My girlfriend, she's at the end. She is starting to cry. Let me go on, like a blister in the sun. Let me go on. Big hands, I know you're the one. When I'm out of walking, I strap my stuff, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. When I'm out of walking, I strap myself, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on, like a blister in the sun. Let me go on. Big hands, I know you're the one. So there we go, prime example of really simple percussion. And all of us, that's a really simple song. It really does not have a lot to it, but a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, which is all the music does. And some really good percussion, and we all love it. And it's one of those songs that we all kind of get into, and that's what a lot of this is about. Hello, Thomas. Really, really good to see you. Hello, hello. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anyone else. Oh, nice. I'd like to, you're welcome to come and join me at any time for some playing. Normally I run an open mic too, so this little stream I do is normally just me, because I have a lot to cover, and then I do open mics and stuff like that as well. So I'm always open to other musicians, anyone that really just wants to come and have a chat too. It's always an open stream. There you go. First song you sung in public, and I bet you everyone joined in and did this with you too. It's one of those songs we just get into, and that's what a lot of it's about. Thank you very much, and welcome, Steve. Really nice to see you. Thank you very much. So one of the things just on a slight percussive level, which I've been playing a lot with lately, is this little piano xylophone. Now, this one's entirely organic. There's no electronic componentry, entirely analog. There's little hammers underneath, exactly like a piano would be. So you can either play it like a normal xylophone, which doesn't sound anywhere near as good, or you can play it with the keys. Which is really melodic percussion. It's all music. Comes down to timing. So where the percussion always comes in, it just gives you your little accentuation points, your little peaks and stuff like that. So that's where the percussion comes in. And that's why us as the listeners often tap our toes and get into it as well. Hello, ADS. Really, really good to see you. Nice to see you again. I hope you are well. So there are many, many different styles of this percussion. Now, I have little Maxie boy sitting next to all of the instruments here. So we'll just, if a lot of you haven't seen Mr. Max before, I'll quickly introduce you to him. He is my incredibly large cat. He's about 1.5 to 2 cat sizes. He's a big, big cat. He doesn't want to be here. So that is Mr. Max. Hello, Dwight. Really, really good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. bio has been good to you today. And that's what it's all about. So we were talking about one of our favourite instruments of all time. Has to be this one. So it's kind of obvious, but can anyone tell me what this is? The cat is probably not going to like this, by the way. More cowbell, please. Oh, yeah. There's always time for more cowbell. So one of the things I always... better than a triangle. So much better. Yeah, cowbell. When I grew up, my family had a dairy farm as well. And we had all of the really old cowbells. And they were in different tones. And I loved being able to... You kind of could flick them when they're on a bit of a handle as well. And, you know, it would be used to call the cows in as well. So you'd hear it on the farm when it was time to milk and stuff like that. And all the cows would just come. So, yeah, more cowbell. More cowbell. Always when in doubt. Cowbell. So there we go. The cat's putting up with it, which is better than I expected. So there we go. So the other instrument you'll hear me playing all the time, which is one of my preferred little wooden instruments, is what we call claves. So claves are really just two pieces of wood that are balanced to each other. So here in Australia, we have a couple of instruments that are played. So the didgeridoo is played by the men, and the women play what they call clapsticks, which are claves. And that's used to keep usually to keep the melody in a band scenario. The rhythm section, which is the backbone that keeps everything going, is the drummer and the bass guitarist. They provide that backbeat for everything, and that's what these instruments all are. They provide that backbeat and tempo for stuff that everything else is created around. Same way when a conductor will conduct, it's to keep people in time and to, you know, raise and lower certain motions. It's all about keeping the timing of everything together. And, you know, this can be done. A lot of us will have picked up a couple of sticks when we were younger and played with them in different ways and done lots of different stuff. So my favourite's definitely the Claves, and I do have a particular song I love singing with the Claves. So why don't I at least give you a bit of this song? I'll get us a slightly better filter for this one. So give me 2 seconds, everyone. Un momento, por favore, while I rearrange the set. So on that note, just as I'm doing that, I do hope everyone has been well, that it's been a good week for all of you. It's been a strange one on my side of things. I know a few of us, it's been a strange few years for everyone. That's probably the best way to put it. And we've all been affected and touched by things recently. And sometimes we have good phases and sometimes not so good. And that's what a lot of it's about. So I'm going to do this one for you as a flaming dragon, because why not? So here we go. I will bonus points for anyone that can pick the name of... There you go, little pats and pans. And what I have here, let me just really quickly show you, because we'll open this up in the next couple of days. Look at this. Whoa. This is a little kid's electronic learning drum kit that's all interfaceable, programmable, all that sort of stuff. And I'll be able to use this during the stream. So I have not had a play with it yet. We'll pull this one out of the box in the next few days, and we'll move into the other little side of percussions. I'm also going to do this for all of my woodwind instruments, all of my keyed instruments, and all of my stringed instruments. And I'll explain a little bit more on the options, because I really encourage people to pick up just a cheap entry-level instrument and play again. We all did it when we were younger. And, you know, it's something you can find is really, really rewarding. So here we go. This is Care of the Claves. Bonus points for anyone that can pick the name of this song. This is definitely one of my favourites, and by far one of the best requests I ever gave. I realise Sorry, this is lower than it normally is, but that doesn't matter. Let's just go with it. Here we go. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Dead love couldn't go no further. Proud of and disgusted by her. Push of a little bruised and battered. Oh Lord, I ain't coming home with you. My life's a bit more colder. Dead wife is what I told her. Brass knife sticks into my shoulder. Oh babe, don't know what I'm gonna do. I see my redhead mess bed, tear shed, queen be my squeeze. The stage of smells, tells, hells, bells, misspells, knocks me on my knees. It didn't hurt, flirt, blood, squirt, stuff, shirt, hang me on a tree. After I count down 3 rounds in hell, I'll be in good company. Dead love couldn't go no further. Proud of and disgusted by her. Push of a little bruised and battered. Oh Lord, I ain't coming home with you. My life's a bit more colder. Dead wife is what I told her. Brass knife sticks into my shoulder. Oh babe, don't know what I'm gonna do. I see my redhead mess bed, tear shed, queen be my squeeze. The stage of smells, tells, hells, bells, misspells, knocks me on my knees. It didn't hurt, flirt, blood, squirt, stuff, shirt, hang me on a tree. After I count down 3 rounds in hell, I'll be in good company. And how I'll be in good company. There we go. So that's the Claves. When you get them in a bigger size, they produce a deeper sound. So I do definitely look forward to getting some bigger Claves. There you go, and how I'll be in good company. Hello, Ian. Really, really good to see you. I hope you are well today. If anyone here isn't modded, I will mod you up shortly. I can't do it while I'm up here at the moment. Hello, Roke. Really, really good to see you as well. Yeah, I love Peter Gabriel and Real World and all of that, and I've got a real passion for that, and I guarantee you probably will too. Let me just show you one thing quickly as well before I forget. So every percussive instrument I've shown you so far only produces one tone. You're always going to get the same tone. You might get a slightly different volume depending on how hard you hit the instrument. But not a lot of them have 2 tones. There's a couple of drums like the tabla that has 2 tones, and you can actually buy a 2-tone block. So this is a little 2-tone block that's carved to produce 2 different sounds. And there are a couple of new drums now that have multiple multiple tones in them as well. So I'll just give you a little bit of an idea of what this is, and then I'll come and have a proper chat to everyone. So here we go. And remember, when in doubt, more cowbell. More cowbell. More cowbell. Moo. More cowbell. Moo. Now this is where I need my keyboard that's got moo sounds in it. We'll do that later. We'll go cowbell, moo, and moo. We'll do a triple moo. So there we go. Let me put a different filter on for us as well that's a bit more palatable. I hope you're really well, Ian. I know I haven't had a chat to you since the recent heat wave, so I hope you didn't melt. I know I was there 5 years ago and you're one of your really big ones there and everyone just wasn't coping with it. So I hope you've at least not melted in the process. So, and I do apologize. I did a massive demod the other day and I demodded everyone. So I do apologize if there'll be people here that I've had modded before that I haven't. So I'm going to start modding everyone up again at the end of the streams too. So I do apologize if I have missed any of you. But on that note, I did have another quick video I'll share with you, which gives me a chance to have a chat with you all, is the second experiment I did with the human percussion. And in this one, I went and turned one of my poems into a song. So I'll just share this one with you as well. And this one is called Imposter Complex. So all of us have an imposter complex. We all have this voice in our head that tells us we can't do things. It tells us that, you know, it's usually fed by the words of people in our past that didn't understand what they were talking about. And we take a lot of it on board and we tell ourselves that we're not capable, and it affects every artist, every musician, every human being that wants to follow their passions has to deal with their imposter complex. So that's what this one's all about. I'm going to mute up for a second and let the song talk for me. I hope you enjoy it. My imposter complex was getting in the way, had me convinced I was Florence Foster Jenkins. All those silly words that people say in my past stumped me. But my imposter complex has gone away. I finally found the cure. Sent my inner perfectionist on its tail, and now it's no longer there. I know what I can do, what I'm capable of, and where my limits lie. I know the only deterrent is time. I can come up with ideas at a rapid pace, but I can't make them all. They're good, every single one, but will they change the world? So I try to focus only on what is important to me. The things that bring peace in a world of chaos. That silly song and letting myself out when I'm live. That's me in the realest sense. I really come alive. 'Cause that pesky little imposter complex is fucked off. Thank God that little fucker really stopped me from moving on. Had me doubting if I could sing or write or paint or live or draw. But you know what? That wasn't the problem. I see that now. I can do whatever I put my mind to, the rest is half-assed. But it's better than most will ever do, 'cause they never get off their ass. So I'm just gonna frickin' do it, and do it my own way. Hope that imposter complex stays the fuck away. You can keep my inner perfectionist. That one was no fun. Always made me feel unworthy, like nothing was ever right. But I am a diamond, we all are. I can shine when I want to and hide when I don't. So goodbye, imposter complex. Ciao, you're a perfectionist. I don't need you to around to let me know I'm capable. So there you go, everyone. That was my magpie choir, I call them at the end. I use a lot of the birds in the background of my stuff, particularly early. Hello, everyone. Welcome for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's really, really appreciated, and I hope you're all really, really well. So one of the things I just really quickly wanted to tell you about too, and I'm glad we decided to extend because we've just gone half an hour and I haven't even got started, is I'll quickly show you. We have a festival here in Australia that they normally do in Melbourne called White Night Festival. And what they normally do is they project artwork over all of the buildings. It's a festival that runs sort of overnight. They have lots of artists and performances and stuff like that going on at the same time. So there's one coming up in just over 2 weeks in Bendigo, which is our biggest regional town in Victoria here. And there's a huge amount of stuff that will be happening there. So there'll be lots of installations, lots of different musicians, artists, stuff like that performing. So last night I booked myself some accommodation. It's an hour's drive for me. I could drive back, but I'm going to go spend the day. All of the fruit bats I love are in Bendigo. It's a phenomenally nice place. I'll do quite a few streams over the day for everyone as well. And if I have time, I'll organise my local buskers permit so I can perform too. But if not, there's another one coming up a month after that in Geelong as well. And I'll go and live stream the whole thing too. So, and I'll take us camping. I've organised a place where I'm going to go and camp where I have proper internet access as well. Hello, Myra. Really good to see you. So I'll be able to do an actual proper sing stream from my campfire as well. And so I'll make a real day of it. I'll probably pull an all-nighter, seeing it goes until about 3, 4 in the morning. And so that's coming up in a few weeks' time, and that'll be a lot of fun. So I also now have the ability as an artist to submit my artwork to be used in this sort of thing too, which is, I might have enough time for the one in Geelong, but I've probably missed it for this one. So anyway, that's a little bit of what we will have coming up, and I look forward to sharing a lot more of the Australian nature with you as well. It's a huge passion for me. So on that note, we have some other little instruments here, which you will have all seen me play my little thumb piano for you as well. It has a nice benefit for me that I can also use it. Let me change it to something different. Here we go. Here, let's go rainbow. Why not? I can also use it percussively. So a lot of the time when people play, it's amazing what one can do with one's fingernails too. So any of these instruments that you can play, you can actually get a second tone just from using your fingernails, which is one of the few times you're going to get a variable tone. So anything you've got, including your ukuleles, your guitars, your bass guitars, they're all potentially percussive instruments as well. And particularly an acoustic instrument like an acoustic guitar or a ukulele is particularly good, as is this kalimba, because it has a little resonance body on it. So that way it's going to give you a really nice sound as a drum would. So you can get a little bit more variety. This is a weird filter. I don't quite know what this filter is trying to do. Let me make one a little bit more. Let's try something else. When in doubt, change the background. Actually, we haven't done the pink hair for a while. Let's go the pink hair. So here we go. What I might do then is, because I normally like to do a poem at least every day for us as well, and play a little bit on some of the other instruments. I do have a few more percussive instruments I haven't got to yet as well. So we'll try to... there's one here I want to read you called the Rhythm Tempts. So actually, no, let's do this one. The Rhythm Tempts, where are you? Sorry, everyone. I had all of this lined up and I restarted my computer. And when it does that, I lose all my tabs. Like, I go through and I bookmark which one I want to... which one I want to do next. Sorry, everyone. I do apologize. Because what I'd like to do as well is actually make a human percussion track with all of us next. So I would like to give you some versions of what we can do with that. I'll slap myself around for a little while. So here we go. This is my Kalimba. Upbeat and out of comfort zone is where the magic lies. Head starts bopping of its own accord. Before you know, so have your souls. The rhythm tempts as you join in, with a boogie, a voice, or a tapping foot, a bop of the head, a spring in the step. The which matters not, the song must go on. And when it part, it leaves a gift, a smile, a lighter step, or a tune in your ear. Upbeat and out of comfort zone is where the magic lies. Head starts bopping, bopping, bopping of its own accord. Before you know, so have your souls. Oh, those tapping feet. The rhythm tempts as you join in, with a boogie or a voice, or a tapping foot, tap, 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 a bop of the head, a spring in the step, bum, 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 the which matters not. The song must go on. The song must go on. Don't kill the song. And when it parts, it leaves a gift, a smile, a lighter step, or tune in your ear. But I like the smile. So there we go. Bit of silly fun for everyone there. So that one's called the Rhythm Tempts, and I didn't intend to turn that into a song, but we kind of went with it, which is often the way it goes. And that is what all of this is about. It's all about finding, finding the rhythm. When we play any music, we get into the rhythm, we kind of get inside it, find its beat, and we go from there. And that's what a lot of this is all about. It's letting that internal rhythm we all feel out and letting it take a different form, and then it can create many different things, hopefully music. So that's a lot of it too. So I hope you like that as well. And just on that note, I did read this one the other day, and I think it's kind of pertains here as well. So let's try a little bit with the see if I can play keyboard this way. So this one we were talking all about the zone, which is the place I'm in now, playing music, where we go when we have our hobbies, when we do art, when we're distracted from life, when we go for a walk in nature, when we're doing anything we're really enjoying. We're in the zone. We're not conscious of time around us. So this one's all about singing in the zone. The zone is wonderful, but comes with a cost. Spend too much time there and your balance will be lost. A timeless zone isn't really at all. Something has to pay. And when you re-emerge, you've lost a chunk of day. When you re-emerge, you've lost a chunk of day. There we go. So that's more of the little percussion background, take care of the little piano xylophone. So on that note, how are we going? We've nearly hit the 45 minutes again. Hello, bye. Really nice to see you again. I know I met you last night. It's really good to see you. I hope you are well. And thank you very much for joining me. I will go and make sure everyone's modded up at the end of the stream too. So if I have missed anyone, I will pick you up shortly. And when you well, you've done that too, depending on where you've been. One of the other little percussive instruments I found at the op shop recently was this. So this was another Kmart one, though I found it for $3 at the op shop. So it's a little children's table that I'm going to turn into a costume, so it's going to sit like this, so I can play it while I'm singing. Thank you, my pleasure. It's got a little xylophone in it. The same as the Guiro we were playing before, is pretty much the same as this, but it's not hollow on the inside, so you can use it like a little scraper. So we've got the xylophone and a little cymbal. There you go. So that's a little bit more. And as we said before, when in doubt, more cowbell. More cowbell. Yeah, cowbell. Moo, moo, moo. More cowbell. So percussion's really fun. Before you know it, you're hitting everything around you, and you're like looking for all the different tones you have as well. And there's a lot of things you can tune and a lot more you can play with. Okay, I would definitely be up for an open mic, but I do need to quickly have some food first. So what I'm going to suggest is this. We've just gone the 45-minute mark. So what I might do is I might do a quick goodbye, call a stream, and then I'd say maybe half an hour after I finish here, we'll do an open mic, and we'll sing and we'll have some fun. It'll either be here or on Pugs, one of the two. We'll schedule that in the next 5-10 minutes, so you'll know. Gives us a chance to grab a cup of coffee, have a bit of food, stretch the legs, and we'll be back and we'll have some fun. I feel like singing. I've missed singing recently. So on that note, everyone, I hope you've all enjoyed this today. Thank you. And I normally click and do a lot of this. So let's do some clicky and human percussion as we end out. I was going to do a human percussion track, but we ran out of time. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. We'll get some human percussion going. Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you for being here. It's been a lot of fun with you and some inspiration. I've been slapping myself around in the face, playing cowbells and everything else. Hope you've enjoyed the show. I have. It's been a lot of fun. See you in half an hour for some song, and we'll keep it going on. So thank you for being here. Been a lot of fun. I'll see you next time for another round. Half an hour from now, we'll sing some more. I hope to see you all there. Yeah. Goodbye to me, goodbye to you. Thank you for being here with me too. See you later, I need some food, and coffee is my fuel. And as we said before, only one thing you need to know: when you're in doubt, more cowbell, more cowbell. Moo, 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 moo. Yeah. Bye, everyone. It's been a huge amount of fun. I'll see you all in half an hour for a sing stream. We'll have something scheduled in the next 10 minutes, so hopefully you'll know. It'll either be here or on Pug's channel. Thanks, everyone. It's been a huge amount of fun. For when life slaps you in the face, make music of it. You too, love. Bye. Bye. Bye.